Hey guys, what's going on today? It's Deck Profile Friday, and today we're doing something a little special. A homebrew Magic Standard deck that I built with this guy as the main dude, Naban. Now I only run him at 3, but yeah, it's a deck that I've been working on. Maybe you guys can offer some tips. I already know what I would change out of it. I just need like a couple of cards that I don't have at the moment, but this is kind of what I've got set up right now. It's like a basic whatever pulled from packs and stuff like that and bought. So basically you start off 3 Naban. He is your best card in the deck because this is Izzet like burn, so he's really useful because of him being able to bounce, or sorry, double an effect. That is what I mean. Still getting the hang of Magic terminology. Now, this is your heavy hitter. You're on 4 this guy. He's a 2 mana. This is 2 mana as well, by the way. He's a 2 mana wizard, and that deals 2 damage when he enters the battlefield. If Naban is on the battlefield, you do 4. And you can, basically it does it in 2 separate effects. You deal 2 to target player and 2 to planeswalker, which is pretty dang cool. That's why I run him at 4. He's basically really powerful because he's 2 mana to do 2 damage. I mean, Lightning Bolt is a little better, but I'm kind of trying to base this on just like a homebrew that I'm working on. So we got 3 Geet 2 Journey Mage. Problem is with him, I'm running him at 3 because he requires another wizard on the board. So he's a little lackluster, especially with the amount of like early removal and stuff there is in the game right now that I've seen and heard. So basically he's at 3 just to help the mana curve a bit for the 3 mana. And he does 2 damage to each opponent if he comes out in the board and Naban's there. He deals 4. It's pretty cool. Then we got Exclusion Mage. It's one I'm debating on a little bit, but I like him because he can return a target creature to its owner's hand. So if they've got like a problem creature that's on the board, like say a Goblin Chain Roller, that's like a 3 mana card that's a problem, you bounce it, which is pretty cool. And it can also double its effect if Naban's on board. Then we run 2 Goblin Electromancer. I know a lot of people are running him at 4 and stuff like that, but I really don't think, like, because he doesn't get an effect when he's summoned or played, whatever the Magic terminology is. So basically, I'd rather focus more on running stuff that gets effects when there's played because of Naban, but he just helps kind of lower a few of my costs, which makes it nice. Then we run 2 Adelas, the Cinderwind. I really like this one because whenever I cast an instant, things get +1/+1. If I can keep doubling it up. So if I cast like 3, say ops, just for example, everything literally gets like +3/+3, which is pretty cool. We're running 2 Crackling Drakes. I was debating between the other one, the fairy one, and I really like this one better because of the jump start and all that and things that you could have in the graveyard. I really like this one because it's a 4 mana card that lets you draw a card. It's really good for mana curve, and the ability to gain power equal to the amount of sorceries and instants is really good. This is my favorite card of the deck. He's basically my 6 mana drop and kill. Because basically he can't be countered, which is busted. Like, there's a lot of counter decks run around and stuff like that. And the fact that he lets you draw a card and then deal 1 damage is really solid. There's another card in here that goes with this guy, which was pretty cool. So I got 4 Wizard Lightnings. This card is even better than Lightning Bolt in this deck, because of the fact it goes down to 1 mana, or Lightning Bolt. It's the Lightning Strike. One of the two. The one that's like 1 mana for 3. This is basically that card. The one that's not in standard. Oh, it's Lightning Bolt. It's Lightning Strike, yeah. So that's like a 1 mana Lightning Bolt in standard. And then just, I'm running 1 Risk Factor right now because I need to grab another one. So I'll probably run a second Risk Factor as the number 1 thing, and I'll tell you what I'm going to take out. And then I run 2 Chemist's Insight. The draw 2 cards for 4 mana, and maybe a little lower depending what you have on the board, like Goblin Electromancer. And the Jump Start to discard a card and draw 2, which is pretty cool as well. I run 2 Ops. I like Opt because, like, It's a scry 1 draw card. It's a lot of Izzet decks are running it, and it's like a 1 mana card that I can cast if I want to make something +1/+1. I am running a few counter spells. So I'm running 2 Wizard's Retort and 2 Essence Scatter. So these become counter spells, which is pretty cool. And these ones, I might take these out depending on how I feel, but I just like them for being a 2 mana instant. But these are, if you want to switch something up, I'd totally suggest the Essence Scatter, depending on like what you want in the deck. I've been playing this deck a little bit, doing some solitaire and stuff, and I really like how it plays. I'm not sure how it hold up necessarily at an event, but on my little game, I have like a little tiny bit of a different build on there on the Forge app, but it's doing all right versus a lot of the decks. It wins here and there, so it's not a horrible deck at least. 2 Chart a Course, obviously, because if I attack, I get to draw 2 cards, not have to discard. 2 Izzet Locket. Yeah, I know it's kind of bad in a sense, but I like it for the 4 mana to draw 2 cards, because that can really help if I get a lot of mana on the board. This card is the one I'm talking about. That's a really good engine card, or like engine card, combo card with Niv Mizzet. So if you get a lot of charge counters on this card, if you pay 2 mana, you can remove 2 to draw a card, which deals damage to your opponent. So it's pretty cool. And like you get to, if you have Niv Mizzet, you get to deal damage, and then he lets you draw a card, something like that. Yeah. And then I've got some really nice lands, but these are my favorites. But yeah, you run. Actually, here, let me sort them out by shininess. So I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 islands for lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mountains. I have to check and make sure that's... And then I'm running 4 Izzet Guild Gates, because what I'm going to probably do is once I get another copy of Risk Factor, I'll throw one of these out, and I'm going to be trading 3 of these out for 3 more Steam vents. I'm hopefully getting one from a buddy, so which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's kind of the build there. I'll show you the side deck I've got. It's just minor, but it's 2 Lava Coil, 2 Spell Pierce. I'll probably edit it up some more. The Spell Pierce is obvious, you're gonna want to run that. And Lava Coil is really good, like early removal. It's like the fact you can exile a creature. I really like this uncommon. It's really good. In any red deck, for an uncommon like 2 mana removal is pretty good. Heard a lot of good things about that card. But as always, guys, Green 9 Yu-Gi-Oh does videos at least 5 times a week, but he sometimes gets busy with school and all that. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and comment below any suggestions or what you would do to change the deck. Like, just remember, I'm still learning Magic, but this is kind of like my homebrew that I'm working on. And at least I kind of know what I'm going to do with it once I get the cards off people and stuff like that. But yeah, make sure to check all the links in the description. I've even got a Discord link, a Facebook page link where I post updates and stuff like that if like things happen or I can't get a video done, whatnot. But as always, guys, Green 9 Yu-Gi-Oh is out.